Following remarks by some lawyers in the court order of Rivers State local government election, lawyers and legal representatives have been asked to refrain from making inciting comments and attacks against the country's judiciary and its judges, but instead take established channels to ventilate their grievances. Center for Reform and Public Advocacy called on the Nigeria Bar Association to take actions against lawyers who engaged in the practice of undermining justice when court verdict is not in their favor. Here's the report.
Following comments by some lawyers on the judgment delivered on the Rivers State local government election, the head legal service Center for Reform and Public Advocacy, Barrister Kanu Agu, has called on lawyers to refrain from channeling their grievances through social media. He called on the Nigerian Bar Association to sanction every lawyer found culpable of attacking judges. The center said it has looked into the reasons being advanced by some of the lawyers and individuals as basis to launch the attacks against judges and had come to the conclusions that the attacks were unwarranted.
It is needless for litigants and lawyers to engage on attacks on the integrity of the Nigerian judiciary. If you are not happy or you have any issue as to judgments or rulings delivered by the court, there are established channels through which you can ventilate your grievances, not jumping to the social media. 3, we called on the NBA to take up its responsibilities seriously so that erring lawyers can be sanctioned on this issue of attacks on the judiciary. And finally, we also called on some persons, namely Professor Chidi Odinkalo and Honorable Ikenga Ugochijere, to be mindful of their comments against the Nigerian judiciary when their allegations against them are unfounded. And finally, as a non-governmental organization, we have resolved firmly to make sure that this harmful practice doesn't continue the way it is in the country today. Any person found disparaging the image of the judiciary, the NGO will not take it lightly. The NGO will do what it is meant to do and take up the actions against the persons concerned.
Meanwhile, Harry and Michael Idoko bemoaned the attacks on the judiciary by Professor Chidi Odinkalu and Honorable Ikenga Ugochijere, describing it as uncalled for and warned that they should desist from further rubbishing judiciary for no just cause.
As far as I'm concerned, the court judgment or order are meant to be obeyed by anybody. Going against what the court has pronounced and has equally gone ahead to bar the police and other security agencies for providing security for members of RISEC, that's Rivers State Independent Electoral Commission. I think the governor is what I would term executive recklessness. He will not have gone ahead to conduct the election. He should wait until the outcome of the judgment before he can be able to proceed with the conduct of the local government election.
And I just want to tell Honorable Ikenga Ugochijere to stop attacking Nigeria Judiciary on social media. We are all social media crowd. You should stop it. You can't be blaming judges because you lose cases in court. He's a lawyer and I expected more from him.
The center encouraged lawyers and litigants to follow established channels to ventilate their grievances, stressing that apart from exercising their constitutional right of appeal, they can also petition the National Judicial Council (NJC) against any judge on account of allegations of bias and corruption.